Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is 0200 hours, August 4th, 2020, here in Northeast West Bumblefuck. Did you ever get the feeling that you can't win, you can't lose, and you can't stop playing the game? That's Murphy's Law. That's what happened to me over the last 3 days. It started on the 30th when I was compiling a video. I believe it was the Rudy Giuliani video. And my phone was at 15% when I started the rendering of the video. And I said, well, okay, let me just turn the screen off and let it sit there and compile, and I'll upload it tomorrow. So I clipped it onto the tripod stand, turned the screen off, closed all the other applications that were running, and when I got up in the morning, not only did the video not compile, but the phone was powered off, even though the charger was plugged in and the cord was connected to the phone and should have charged the phone. And my entire library of photos and clips and boilerplates that I used to make these videos was completely wiped out. It was there, but I couldn't access it. It was set to private, and I couldn't unprivatize the videos. It was set to, where you don't want nobody to see it, so you set the password, and the application that I was using doesn't have a thing to undo the password. So I had to format the SD card and re-upload all the clips and memes and all the other stuff boilerplates that I used to make these videos, again, which took the entire day. Then after I got finished that, and it came pretty close to what I had it before, but all the pictures were out of order because it sorts them in the order they're uploaded, not the order of the date of creation. So now I have to get used to where all the stuff is in each folder. So when I finished that, I said, let me go take a whiz. So I noticed that the toilet in the camper was full, and I went to dump it. And when I went to dump it, it wouldn't dump. Somehow it was clogged, and it took the whole day with a garden hose and a bunch of sticks shoved up the pipe to unclog whatever it was that was clogging it. Let me tell you, that was a shitty job. And I finally got finished with that. And when I went to pull the camper out of the spot where I was dumping the shit, the camper got stuck in the mud because I'm dumping it in a ravine in the woods. So now I gotta wait for the dirt to dry to drive the camper out of here, because with 4 wheels in the back and all this weight, it doesn't have any traction. I may have to get pulled out by my Goomba's pickup truck tomorrow. In any event, that's the extent of the last 3 days. Then a subscriber sent me the link for the video prior to this one about the hijacking of the real 13th Amendment. And that blew my socks off. And it resonated with me because I wrote an article in 2011 entitled Above the Law, which addressed those issues, unbeknownst to me, of this 13th Amendment that had nothing to do with the abolition of slavery. It seems that the government of the United States has been corrupt for over 200 years. They know that this country is the last bastion of freedom on the planet, and they wanted it destroyed before it even started. These people are evil. They must be destroyed. And I mean completely eliminated from the face of the earth. Them, their progeny, and everybody who has anything to do with them. This has been quite a ride these last 4.5 years, my friends. Quite a ride indeed. A lot of people got red-pilled, and I was red-pilled back in '73, but I didn't even know it. I just had this funny feeling that made the hairs of my neck stand up, and I didn't even know why. But now I know why. These people have been doing satanic shit forever. Since Abram walked out of the Ur of the Chaldees back in biblical times, they've been trading with slaves, and even worse. They are sacrificing children to Molech to this day. Some people say it's aliens. Some people say it's just evil shit that people with nothing else better to do come up with to occupy their time, and they get addicted to adrenochrome. Whatever the story is, these people in government are in there for one reason, because they don't know how to do anything productive with their lives. They never did a day's work in their life, and the only way they survive is by stealing money and stealing the productivity of a nation. The Democrats have sold this country to China under our noses, and that's what they're trying to hide. They're trying to put it off on Russia, and Russia has not a fucking thing to do with the rigging of an election. If anything, the demon rats are rigging the election. Just take a look at how long these people have been in government. You mean to tell me that people are voting for the same geriatric retards 60 years in a row? This is not possible. Nobody has questioned this. I questioned what the hell Henry Kissinger was doing back in 1967. So this is nothing new to me. My eyes are wide open, and I don't care if I'm proven wrong. All I want to do is be right. I want to have the correct information, and I want to know the truth. And if I have to give up long-standing paradigms to do it, so be it. But some people can't get past that cognitive dissonance. They put so much time and energy and effort into believing bullshit that when the truth finally rears its ugly head, they can't wrap their heads around it. And that's the problem we have here in the United States. People who don't know anything about history. Now, history was my worst subject. I hated history. The way they taught history, it was just memorization of dates and what day was the Magna Carta signed and what day was the War of 1812. Who gives a fuck when you're 12 years old? My father came over from Italy with his school workbooks, his grammar school workbook. And when I read that book, when I looked at those papers that were written in Italian in perfect script penmanship, I was amazed. I was amazed. They taught those kids over there more than they teach the kids in college today. College today is just one big party. Some people go to college and they don't even know what they want to be when they grow up. This is a majority of people out there. I knew what I wanted to do when I was 6 years old. And I pursued that goal. And I got a job with IBM. First, I went into the service. And I was a cryptographic system specialist, Strategic Air Command, with a top secret crypto SSIR clearance. And you won't find any reference to it. SSIR stands for Secret Service Information Restricted. The classification was classified. We used to call it So Secret It's Ridiculous. And when I left the service in 1973, the minute I walked out the door, I was offered a job with the FBI, and I said, thank you, but no thank you. I came home, and instantly, the minute I walked in the door at IBM in New York City, and they knew what I did in the service, I was hired on the spot. And I worked for that company for 25 years and enjoyed every single moment of it. I couldn't wait to go to work. And that's something that people today don't have the luxury of. They don't have the luxury, some of them, most of them, don't have the luxury of absolutely loving what they do for a living. And now I'm doing this. I'm doing this because my country is in danger of falling into the hands of techno-Nazis. And if they get their way, there will be no escape for anyone on the planet. This is serious business, folks. This is a matter of literally life and death. These people like Fauci and Bill Gates want to exterminate 4/5 of the planet. They want everybody but 500 million of us gone, and those 500 million that survive will be their slaves. This is no joke. They carved it in stone in Elberton, Georgia, on a thing called the Georgia Guidestones. I'd like to see that thing rigged with shape chargers and blown to bits smaller than gravel that you would put in your driveway. That would be an epic statement of, we're not taking your shit anymore. But anyway, folks, it is 0 to 12 hours in the morning, and I gotta get some sleep. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for your support. You guys have been wonderful. If it wasn't for you guys, I don't know what we would have done. We love each and every one of you. I love talking to you on the phone, those who call. I have all your numbers and your names in the phone the first time you call, so if you call again, I know how to call you by name. And I wish that there were more hours in the day to do things, but I'm so exhausted today that I just was beyond exhaustion. And when you get to that point, it's hard to go to sleep. You got to do something to kind of wind down after the day. And after poking sticks up a shit turd hole, trying to get this toilet unclogged today, I've just about had my fill of what the fuck can go wrong next. This is Dave from Net4Truth USA, Inglorious Patriots. Thank you for watching, and God bless each and every one of you. Please subscribe to our backup channels on YouTube, Inglorious Patriots, Net4Truth USA 2 Patriot Channel, and Ethernet Warriors. You can also catch us on BitChute.com/Net4Truth USA, remonetized.org/user/Inglorious-Patriots9, and drop.space/@Net4Truth USA. All the links are in the description. We fly so close to the target, we are on our 5th fighter jet. We will be relentless and persistent until the enemies of freedom are defeated. You can support this channel by using the links in the description, but for a $100 donation, I will personally send you a autographed hardcover special edition copy of Land of Childhood's Fears. Also, visit my bookstore at lulu.com/Net4Truth USA. If you are viewing this video on BitChute, you can use the links in the description to support us, or simply click the green $ dot on our video to support this channel. Thank you. Links are in the description section.